It's the NFL on EA Sports, and it's a battle for bragging rights between Ohio's two teams. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Along the shores of Lake Erie, the Dog Pound already in full roar. We welcome you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. So good to have you here with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson getting set for a kickoff here. Greg, no matter how many ways we look at this game, it always comes down to one stat, doesn't it? How you taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it's just so crazy, Mike, that every single week, no matter how complex these matchups get and how many factors there are to determining who wins and who loses any game in the NFL, at the top of the list, the most important metric that everybody studies: can you protect the ball on offense, and can you take it away on defense? And I don't think today's matchup is any different. Can you be aggressive and take care of the ball? And on defense, if you get your opportunity to take it away and give it back to your offense, you've got to make the play.
This taken in at the goal line. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And he's going to have the first down, mark him at the 45, and move the chains.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Set to go. He'll be
Can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 2nd down, it's Ford. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a...
So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez, to punt for Cleveland. Charlie Jones, the return man for the Bengals. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
Second down and 3. off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Brown. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Brown. Fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's 3rd and 2. A carry here for Brown. He is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 2 and gained 6.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Back to throw, Burrow. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Fourth down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. This from 30 yards out. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Browns offense going to take over now for the second time. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Two incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. His kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score. And it's 1st and 10. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Here's 1st and 10. the ground. It's Brown. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Second down, Burrow. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Burrow now to throw on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He's got a receiver. It's Chase. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. Burrow now. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. To throw is Burrow. This one caught at the 4. Line of scrimmage to the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end. And they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bengals are out to a 10-0 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Browns offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's complete. It's Cedric Tillman. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. First and 10. He'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Up the middle, here's Ford. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for Cleveland. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Bengals offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And we'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. They'll bring this up to the 22. Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa in on the stop. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Bengals are out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike
First
and
half
Greg.
Played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Burrow to throw. That's complete. It's Yosivas. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They bring Chase in motion. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. Burrow here on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
The Browns offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. There's a short throw caught by Njoku.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man Carter. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot.
To the goal line and in. Cedric Tillman. Touchdown, Cleveland. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. That's where the offense will take the line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Bengals offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Here's Brown. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Gesicki, the man in motion. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball, and those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 6. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Njoku. The rookie from Colorado on target with that throw. His guys have a 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, give to 4. And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5. Back to throw. On throw, right side, taken by Njoku. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is 1st down and goal. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll take this down to about the 7. Now here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be 4. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. They'll throw out of the gun. That one taken in. Cedric Tillman. Touchdown, Browns. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns are on top. It's 14-10. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. A short one taken at the 10. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Burrow. To the middle of the field. Caught by Higgins. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
A first down throw for Burrow. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
That big boy was moving, Mike. That was impressive. I mean, it's not easy to bring down this quarterback in any situation, but to hawk him down from his interior defensive line spot, nearly out by the sideline, that's beyond impressive.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Backs to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. The crowd cranking it up another notch. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Here comes Ford on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Completing that one to Carter. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
They'll look to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Open man, and that's Tillman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now, 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw yet again. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He's got room at the 30. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Back to the air one more time. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here comes 2nd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it's going to be 3rd down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. A gain of 15 and a 1st down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Charlie Jones now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. Now he takes off. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Two timeouts, still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. A throw on the move is caught. Now they burn the timeout. They're in that gray area. You might be able to get in 2 plays, but maybe just 1 left in this game. We'll see. It is 2nd down and 5. Burrow to throw. He'll air one out for Higgins. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So the Dog Pound celebrates. It's a win for the Browns. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and are going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Dog Pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns as we say farewell from Cleveland.